This is Ironcast. My name's Anuki, and it's that time of day where I have a spot of tea and some Men of War Assault Squad 2 replay casting. Welcome to the battle on Westland. It's a 3v3. We are joined by our allied commanders Lewis, Storm 1911, and Partisan. We're also joined by our commandeers Camo, Daimonicus, and Joe Biden. Joe Biden works for the Axis. Who knew? Don't worry though, as real as these graphics are, it isn't real. These players won't leave valuable assets behind to be claimed by an enemy with a repressive regime. No, it's all just a fake reality for fun. And speaking of fun, this is not a fun map. Sandbags going down, walls not being used, get behind the wall. That would be nice. Yeah. Just run away, climb over the wall, whichever one you want to do. Personally speaking, though, this map always scares me. The level of unimagination is the thing that scares me most of all. I kind of imagine that the designer was in a philosophical pose, talking about the map and say, you know, we need a new map idea. How about a map which is completely flat? Completely flat, you say? No. Irritably flat. It's like flat, but not quite at times. If you play this map, you'll know. It's very hard to describe. It's just like, it's not quite in places. Anyway, so let's talk about the map. We had some infantry moving around the side. This is Partisan. Playing Partisan. Meeting limited resistance. Again, we are utilizing a new sound mod. Please let me know what you think of the game sounds, if you like it. Or if you don't, we can go back to the old sounds. Or try some new sound mods. I think the sounds are something I mentioned in a few casts ago, and I thought, you know what? This game has mods. I bet it's got some sound mods. That'd be cool. We'll check them out. As you can see, all the players at the moment just kind of finding some kind of cover to make some kind of line, to make some kind of defense. T60 out. This should do a number on all of those sandbags placed down by Daimonicus. Long stretch of land, again, in the back here. Just a few soldiers causing some trouble. T60 might want to get a bit closer to be a bit more effective, but at the same time, yeah, we can see, like, you know, the fog of war is turned off, but Storm 1911, they do not. You know, they don't know if there's a tank back here. I mean, there is now. There's also a Pack 38 being brought up by Camo. Resistance has been squashed in the village area. You know, all the interesting parts of this map are tucked away. Like, that village is kind of nice, but it's just in the corner, out of the way. Not getting that grenade off. Nice try, though. So, Panzer III comes up, immediately says, hey T60, bye-bye. Hull pierced, and looks like that's going to be destroyed. We got a supply truck back here too, and a few Rangers. Oh, AT gun was out here. Very, very nice. It's a wonderful surprise. And as soon as it came onto the field, it's a fast 3 to be eliminated. But also in the back, that point there is being captured, which is very interesting to see this early on in the game. Should not be too hard to recapture. It is worthwhile getting some sandbags and defensive emplacements here. You know, very much you've got to make your own defenses in this one, because there is not a single middle point that really has a place where you can fire from out of cover. I mean, okay, this little bit here. There goes the Panzer III. Pack 38 trying to fire a shot, I think. Yep, gets the crew. Will it be able to destroy the AT gun? It should from this range. Yes! Too dented to be operable. Another AT gun. So, 3 AT guns so far. 5 minutes, 30 seconds in. I'm loving it. And yeah, AT guns kind of make sense when the map's kind of flat. Oh my god! Oh, that was something else. Too good, I'm speechless. Chew on this! Oh, please let me know, like, you know, caption contests? Do one of those in the comments. What the hell did that guy say before he threw that grenade? Okay. So, another thing in flat maps, you will get a lot of sandbags, and you got to think, oh, how do I take out sandbags? Well, these are the kind of tools that you want to see. Arc fire tanks. We might be seeing quite a few of them, based on... This is my player analysis. I haven't actually seen this replay yet, but if players are bringing these out, they know that it's good to bring out. So they will bring out more. Oh, we already got a load of soldiers out of ammo. You can see the arc fire tanks getting to work. They want to fire the highest saturation of infantry and fire there. Find out maybe infantry that has ammo, that can fire, as well as the AT guns. So I've got a vet sniper out here as well. Now snipers on this, yeah, it's okay. It's just, it's kind of worrisome. Like, you know, typically you kind of want a little bit of elevation for your sniper, which is achievable on this side of the map. There's a little bit of elevation over here. Oh, as I try and pan my camera around. There we go. In the distance, the ZSU not able to spend much time on the field, and this is, you know, kind of the problem with flat maps. It can just be kind of down to who has the stronger tank. Now, I'm gonna hope that players don't overly invest in tanks, and by that I mean you don't really need like 2 medium tanks. If the Axis were to bring out another Panzer IV-H, obviously that would be kind of... There's no need for it. Bringing out something of equivalent power, again, there's no need. Bringing out something weaker, there's just no need. You've got a H that should be able to deal with everything. AT gun firing, looks like it's managed to get the Panzer IV in their sights. Picking their front armor. Looks like they don't want to chance it anymore. Or they might just be drawing it in closer. Ooh, that was close. The H doesn't want to advance too far up because, again, it doesn't know what it might be going into. Scott on the right-hand side. Nice fanning out of infantry for the Axis forces. Sandbags doing their job, providing cover against grenades. Wasn't able to retreat back in time. We got a sneaky soldier around here that might be able to give some very useful intelligence onto enemy positions. For now, the players kind of wonder, what is it that they can do? Allies now losing the central point, which brings me to another questionable decision. That's such a good pothole. it's so unfair. The Axis can just sneak a soldier in there, it's great cover, but the Allies on this side of the map will have to figure out how to stay alive to capture that point. AT gun having another attempt. Good relocation. trying very, very hard to surprise them. And you know what? I doubly like this location now, because I've just noticed these trees here. Like, those trees are triggering the HE shells, which is what the Panzer IV needs to use to be able to take out the AT gun. 38 repositioning, but I don't think it's going to get a shot. T60 needs to find a way to be useful. And perhaps it can be once this 34 destroys the H. It looks like it's lacking some crew. Very nice angle. You see, it doesn't look like that can fire. But it can. It is irritably flat. That it messes with your perception. And speaking of messed up perceptions, some struggles with where infantry is on this right-hand side. We've got a tank crewman. Good luck with your pistol. Yeah. Even the Scots here to respond. No troubles whatsoever. Is the 85 still firing? It should do. No, it should be able to destroy from this range. Allies need to figure out a way to get some infantry into the zone. They are using the crawling technique. Touchdown! But can he stay alive? That's the real problem. Saboteur. Wowsies! Camo freaking snuck all the way in, found that there is no enemy forces in this whole sector, and just went straight through. It's unfortunate because, again, like this is kind of where you want to stick a few soldiers. You know, have like 2 riflemen and a machine gunner, and you cover so much ground. You know, that in itself will stop any infantry push, and most likely people don't want to advance over completely open ground, so they'll just go, hey, there's only 3 infantry there, I don't care about that. I'm going to look at the more saturated areas of the map and try and take out those things, which is sometimes good, but not always. You know, everything is situation, there's always exceptions, there's always room for creativity. And psychological warfare. Axis reclaim the zone. Looks like we got a big infantry push coming out from Partisan and Lewis, and then moving over to the right-hand side. But can they find a way forward? Because I think a straight-up advance is going to leave them, you know, down 2 squads, simply put. Seems to be a reasonable amount of fortifications there. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some snipers back around. Can't see any. But this'll do. Using these tank crew to try and scout ahead. Find out if there is any important units to take out first. They can also advance around in this area. That would work pretty well. But it doesn't land them a point. You know, they need the assault zones. Taking ground is one thing. But actually leading that ground being taken into a capture point is another. Smoke's going down. Not enough smokes. But yeah, getting some smokes down around here will be a way to capture that point. It's neutralized at the moment, which means nobody's scoring. 3 capture points to 3. Guard snipers on the left. T60 hasn't seen much action for a while now. The line is long and thin for the Axis. There's that 38 looking down the road. Later on, I wonder if we're going to see a Pack 43. Because obviously, big long-range super gun. You could easily, I mean, even if it doesn't get used, which is the worst case scenario, let's say, you can rest assured that if you, for example, place it down on this left, you place it there, you pretty much shut down any armor advancing from this side. So you can just feel safe, feel comfortable, feel like you don't need to invest in that area. You know, cover your ground. And then if you do really need to, you can use a vehicle to reposition it. Just take out a big unit later on. You know, if we're going to see some big units. Only light arms fire for now. Bit of infantry units on the ground moving up, but they need to be put on attack move. The tank crewman doing fairly well. Not sure about the big leaps that soldiers are taking before they die. God, there's so much tank crew. Machine gunner could be put into a more ideal position. Seems like the sandbags are blocking their shot there. Allies have got the point. They've managed to sneak a guy into a pothole on the other side of the capture zone. And now we're seeing some infantry just probing the left. Storm 1911. A couple of guard snipers. Oh, this is very far forward. And their SMG spotter. Be ideal to put him on hold fire. And just, you know, let the guard snipers do the assaulting. Healing up in the bushes. Surprised he's not spotted. Oh, Jagd Panther out on the field. Soviet armor, be warned. The Slugger brought out here in response to... who knows? We got a nice Stuka, which I think might actually be the first Stuka that we've seen on Ironcast. You know, counting all my old games, because we didn't have the new faction back then. Back in my days, a lot of stationary pieces. That Scott needs to keep its fire rate up, just constantly firing on the sandbag positions. Drain that manpower. Stuka's moving up. What does he want to fire on? Soon we shall know. Again, Slugger back here. Preemptive buy. Nice veterancy for the Scott. Ooh, get in the field howitzers out. Yes, yes, yes. Who doesn't like artillery? Pro players, they don't like artillery. Here we go. There's where the rockets are landing. Big, powerful rockets. For little, tiny targets. I mean, the biggest thing that it took out there was the heavy cover. Like, taking that out was all swell. But it made, you know, these holes. Which the infantry should really capitalize on. Like, you know, send that guy there. Send this guy here. Hearing more artillery going down, this time on the right, decimating Jeff, maybe. I'm not seeing a lot of bodies here. Not from the Axis. I am seeing, yet again, another tank crewman rush. It was worth a shot after the other 8 failed tank crew rush attempts. Jagd Panther moving pretty far up. T-60 managed to get out of there. BT-7. Just wondering what they want to do. Slugger currently engaged in other affairs. So rather static play from both teams at the moment. But someone's going to have to make a move when you got this artillery out on the field. 2-2-2. That says to me, I want to be aggressive. But what are they going to be aggressive on? They should know that sandbag. Ooh. Going straight for the BD7. Does manage to get it. What next? Slugger, can you help me? You don't need to. We've got a rocket. I think the AI was responsible for that one, but good positioning. And suddenly, I think that Daimonicus has just realized that there's actually quite a few enemies in this region. You don't want to be leading in the front with that. The snipers, the guard snipers are like, can I shoot the Yarg Panther and take it out? Alright, the Slugger has moved. But I'm still very curious about it. It is moving in ways I thought I wouldn't see. It's like heavy artillery firing on the right now. Get ready for the boom. King Tiger out. So big tanks 20 minutes in. Big tanks which are surprisingly advancing so far up. It is extremely risky. Now I did see a BM8 out. Oh dear, someone had a Molotov flip-flop. Oh, don't let this be the end of the King Tiger so soon. Some engine troubles, but relatively okay. So will the BM8, of course. The BM8 will want to fire on the King Tiger. It's got to be a direct hit. And even then. Like, I literally just casted a game before and I said, you know, rocket artillery, it's you know, I'd say like 20% chance that you maybe get something of value off of that. It did take off some armor of the King Tiger, but overall I don't think it's too important. Now the Scot does not win against this, but I will say I appreciate its enthusiasm. Does manage to take a crew member away. Does an assault squad win against this? Another 80 grenade in the back, I think. Interesting that the... like, that guy who... you know, had his very best attempt on the King Tiger was met with artillery from his own side. I see some random Molotov explosions as well. Direct hit from the heavy artillery piece. The crew's rattled. The tranks are down. And all I can think about right now is that guy has a Panzerschreck. What do? We take the Panzerschreck? We take the Panzerschreck? We take the Panzerschreck. No, we rush full on into the King Tiger that is turning its turret around to the squad. Oh, Lord. Oh, we got our own rockets. It's fine. Burning, burning, burning. And you know what? The King Tiger did its best. It's burning out. That's fine. That's cool. Now, I think that unit has 100 and... it has a range of at least 150. I think it's more than that. It could have quite comfortably sat back here and just, you know, covered all this area. I mean, even further than that. My screen's not big enough. I need to be playing at a field of view of 160 with a resolution of I don't know, 16K. They do 8K resolution now, but I don't think YouTube's going to go that far. So a lot of units, a lot of vehicles just kind of sitting around for the Allies right now. But they need to capture that middle point. And it really is all about the middle point. They're still laying siege to this right point, but I just think it's making your job harder than it needs to be. My god, we're rocketing a 222 now? And it's fine. As I say, rocket artillery, it's going to be a direct hit most of the time. And the only guaranteed way that you're going to do that, and I have done this before, is to literally drive that rocket artillery right up and just fire into the side of it. It is so cool. It's pretty radical. But the chances that you're going to get an opportunity like that are super slim. Like, you pretty much know that the game's over if you're able to do that. Now we got a Vet Tiger out on the field. The Axis are moving up. Move a little bit more. That's it. Cross the line. So many soldiers here, though. I don't think they can compete against that, especially the snipers. Looks like they missed their shot or changed their target. Decapping, though, would be pretty good. Yeah, those snipers are missing. Now we got a Vet Tiger and a Jagdpanther. Where's that slugger gun? Is that slugger still slugging away somewhere? Big armor push. Very little infantry. Plenty of places where infantry could be loitering with a rocket, but I don't see any. Instead, we're just going to try and take it out with a machine gun. Very optimistic. Keep that optimism coming. I think the Axis are going to get this point. The Allies do take the central one. But that would still, you know, if the points convert, put the Allies behind. 44 points to the Axis, 39 to the Allies. And now the Russian armor goes against them. What's next? Vet Tiger backing away. Jagdpanther suffering some damages. Pershing already in need of repairs. BM8 very far forward. I think it needs to be this far forward. Axis make their advance over completely open ground again. I just want to reiterate that these points, all of these beautiful little potholes, that's the way to play this map. BS3 sitting on the left, rivals the Pak-43. But will it be able to get a shot? It's going for the Jagdpanther first. Panther fires back. Got to be careful of the rocket artillery. That's the Jagdpanther down. Shot in the side as well. Allies reclaim the point, but are looking a little weakened now. But still, at least they claim the Jagdpanther. Pershing is now the super tank that is gonna... Please, no. It was gonna run over its own truck then. There's a lot of very far forward vehicles. Yeah, what's going on back here? Dropping stuff out. See a officer back there's looking the wrong way. The wall's this way. I don't think you need to scout around in your own lines. 222, moving down the road, which is a very good use. I mean, one of the road, but two of this area of the map. Like, they need to have some infantry push through here, which you can see that they have at least someone, just giving them vision. You know, it's most of the time relatively safe from armor because of the trees. Very surprising to see that it took out Storm 1911's T-26. Doesn't want to face off against the BS-3, but you know, give it a chance. Or have two 222s. It's genius. Because the first one will get hit, and then the second one, the second 222. No, it's too late. Okay, some uncoordination there, but I saw the plan, I think. It just wasn't executed. So we can't fire through the earth. We've learnt that. Allies trying to make a spread of infantry. But I think this should be pretty easily destroyed by a storm. Oh my god, STRUMTIGER, yeah. Okay. I would not say that the STRUMTIGER is really the thing you want to bring out on this map. The STRUMTIGER is pretty good in terms of power, yes. But it's kind of short range, and it's pretty vulnerable. Oh my god, oh my god! Oh ho, 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 ho. Yeah, it should be pretty vulnerable. Like, track it and then hit it from the side, because obviously it can't rotate its turret. Because of the short range, it has to get kind of close. Ideally, you want to be hiding behind like a hill or a building or some cover and stuff like that, so it isn't so easily tracked and taken out. But in this instance, it just walks up to the M26 Pershing and says, hey ho, diddly-o. But hey, we got a good explosion out of it, and I loved it. Artillery firing in the middle. Look at the range, it's big, but I don't think that hitting the STRUMTIGERs... I think that's what it's aiming for. Rockets come crashing down as well. T-34-85 for the Axis. Doing pretty well. It's survived for a solid long time. It's a shame that the BIS isn't situated where it needs to be. We don't need that really heavy AT gun on the left anymore. So don't mind if we take it. Oh, it's ludicrous. Such a good steal. Camo will be very proud of that. Storm 1911 will be extremely unhappy. A lot of artillery pieces. We got a Katyusha. All of it needs most likely to be rearmed. Grenades away. Oh, finally. Looks like the T-34-85 burns out. From the Super Pershing, of course. Why would we not see a Super Pershing? Will it be able to get a revenge point against this? Oh, Jesus, no! Oh! Praise be! Now, I recently casted a 4v4 on Baseville where there was a Pershing and a Super Pershing, and both were destroyed pretty swiftly without seeing any action, and the same has happened again. So, this is my message to the viewers. If you have time to play a wonderful game of Assault Squad 2, play as the US, bring out a Pershing or a Super Pershing, and please, let's see one being somewhat useful, and then let me cast that, because right now I feel really sorry for American forces. Like, the Pershing is a really cool tank, and we're just not getting to see how cool it is. It is being outshined by the German vehicles. Those I do like the US tanks though. Like, I'm always in favor of kind of the more mass-produced tanks. So the T-34s and the Shermans, I love those. Oh, I like the Hellcats as well, the M18s. Always like kind of the underdog situation. I like it when the weaker tanks are victorious. Artillery firing down, but I can't quite see it. Vet Tiger coupled up with a BIS-3. Yeah, keep shooting. Oh, excuse me. Repairs gone on the BM-8. So far forward. Why far forward? Repairs going down on the Yarg Panther as well. Camo, I think, should be able to advance a lot more forward here. There's barely anything to stop this now. After taking that AT gun, after stealing that AT gun. Goddamn thief. You know, just walk up some infantry in there. You've still got the Tiger. You've still got a 222, in fact. I'm going to leave the Tiger back. Now, I think people often forget that the tanks have machine guns on them and are really good against infantry, but forget to try and utilize that in a situation where they know that there is no enemy armor, or, you know, as long as you've got the infantry around, that there's no bazookas which can shoot you. Very calming action now. Ooh, we need to find a truck for that, because the BS-3 super slow to push. Something in Gates of Hell that I kind of like though is they let you have additional crewmates to speed up the pushing of anti-tank guns. So if you only have 2 guys, it moves really slow. But if you have 4, they'll carry it a lot quicker, which is nice. Definitely an improvement. STRUMTIGER takes its shot. Eliminates a single soldier? Well, the target I'd go for, but I guess it was expecting that there was more around there. 75-point milestone achieved by the Axis. Allies running a squad in, but I think they will be cut down swiftly by that big defensive line. They will build their own sandbags. Always important to keep putting sandbags down. Meanwhile, left point. Snipers are not having much luck. Oh, I think it's because, maybe it's not the snipers. Maybe this guy. No, it's just a Mosin. I was wondering if they picked up a sniper rifle and put it on another soldier. But I can't see where the... Ooh, damn it. Snipers would be. There we go, there's the guard sniper. Looking pretty bleak right now for the Allies. But they will attempt something sneaky. Rangers leading the way down the left flank. You know what? They could perhaps do it. Finding a sneaky tank crew with a Panzerschreck. 222 comes in, and I think we'll win the engagement unless we can get a bazooka off. Take cover into the trench. Get your rocket out. Ooh. Oh no, we'll just... Oh, Jesus. Well, that's messed up. That is very messed up. We're not going to name names here. Dynamicus. But the Axis must be feeling pretty confident to be taking out their own units. Bit of a push here from Joe Biden. Nice to see you in the game, Joe Biden. Be in the game. Looks like he will get a few soldiers in there and should be able to cap this point. Because assault SMG infantry are not close enough. We're kind of almost limited entirely to rocket artillery. And the heavy artillery at the moment for the Allies. As they bring out more soldiers, but they're just not... I mean, they're outnumbered. They're outnumbered, they're out-firepowered. Camo about to deliver another huge explosion. But I just don't know what the target's gonna be. Is it this point here? Just sits there menacingly with a conscript right there. If only the conscript could find some kind of useful gadget or tool around there. Could deliver a finishing blow. Or at least track it. Tracking's good. Heavy machine gun. Very late into the game for the heavy machine gun. Oh, here we go. So the Katyusha goes down. And I think that was a Molotov on the back of the STRUMTIGER. It burns out. Maybe this will have a bit of inspiration for the Allies, but it is just too late. So, congratulations to Camo, Daimonicus, and Joe Biden. You are our victors today. Have the Allies won any games yet? I don't know. If your Allies play some games, send me some replays, let me know in discord.me/Ironcast. I also recently added a little, well, I take credit for it. It's my crew, really. What games are going to be casted next in a list. And if you want to get added to that list, that'd be pretty rad. In other news, check out the Patreon, support the editor, and we'll be able to deliver more casts. For now, though, enjoy the highlights, enjoy Ironcast, I know I am, and I hope soon we'll be able to do some Gates of Hell, and some Age of Empires 4, and some Company of Heroes 3, and maybe some Iron Harvest. And maybe Black and White, the first one. Oh my, that was multiplayer. That was multiplayer. Incredible! My name's Anuki. See you next time.
Schön raus, einer nach dem anderen. Jawohl. Panzer brechen los!